the home of the common Joe and the common Sally in the know, even more so than all those media talking heads.
Like that old Britney Spears song, Oops, Oklahoma done it again. They done took Texas, Tennessee, and USC's lunch money on the recruiting trail once again with four-star edge rusher Danny Okoye. And man, Danny had some telling thoughts to say, some stuff that someone else has been saying. I think it was me. Let's talk about it. Woo! We're off and running once again. We're coming around the corner. It's week 4 of the college football season. It seems like a halfway point is almost here, man. We've been struggling and pining and waiting for college football to get here. Now it's finally here, and boom, like a blink of an eye, it's going by. That always makes me sad to think about that. That's why I say just enjoy these games, man. Let's not worry about the end of the season. Let's enjoy the college football season. And we're going to start this show off with a prayer request for Nellie Martin of the Stokes clan. As you know, the Stokes family supports this show big time. Nellie Martin is their aunt, and she's a little under the weather, not feeling too well. So let's throw a few prayers out there for Nellie. Also, the Four Horsemen shout out, as promised always, goes to Squid Water, Alpha Dragon Gaming, Butch Kaufman, and Hank have their badges, and they've been deputized, and they're saddled up and mounted up and ready to go and help me with this college football invasion. And if you want to get your badge and get deputized and get your Four Horsemen shout out periodically, as well as the comment maybe be the comment of the day, which is coming up, all you got to do is hit that join button next to the subscribe button. Now, $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. That's just a bottle of Dasani, right? And the comment of the day goes to Chicken1515. Chicken says, BYU, the only team that has a winning record against Oklahoma and Texas in the Big 12. As BYU is 2-0 against Oklahoma and 4-1 against Texas. And that is the deputy badge comment of the day. Now, getting right to it here. Seems like Oklahoma just continues to roll on in recruiting. I ain't gonna lie, it's surprising me. I'm surprised myself. I give a lot of teams out there hell about Oklahoma beating them in recruiting, specifically the USC Skittle Shitters, who y'all like me to grill the shit out of, so I do it. But once again, they get another great recruit that was very much adored by Tennessee and Texas specifically, in a Danny Okoye, who is a 6'4". Got my old school notes here. Still have an old school, even with a computer. Ain't that something? Danny Okoye is a 6'4", 240-pound four-star rusher who, it says here, chose, like I said, Oklahoma over Texas and Tennessee. And I'll throw some random screenshots up here. It was a nice little article by On3 Sports. Check them out. It says in this article that he said Oklahoma is more about showing you. And it just feels like a family atmosphere. That's another word that keeps coming up in all these recruits that Oklahoma keeps getting over all these other big-time schools. This is, like they like to make fun of Oklahoma because they went 6-7 last year, but this is a 6-7 team that's getting 4- and 5-star recruits over teams that's winning 12 and 11, 12, and 13, 14, and 15 games, and yet y'all letting them out recruit you? They won't be 6-7 for long if y'all keep allowing Oklahoma to do this. And there's that word in this article that I keep saying and that a lot of people keep saying. So this ain't something that's just coach speak. It's something that we've all made up. This guy says that word just like the rest of them. The push has been more genuine than most. They don't just talk football. They put family first and football second. Now, a lot of people do coach speak, and they say they do it. But in reality, these players can see through as far as people that are genuine. There's that word again, genuine. And that's something that maybe if you're in here taking notes, teams like USC and Tennessee and other teams that are missing out on these recruits here recently, just be genuine, man. Be upfront with these guys. He said that Coach Roof even give him relationship advice. And then he went on to say, I don't know why he said this, but he said, I don't think I will ever ask Georgia's coach for that kind of advice. Now, why he singled out the Georgia hedge pissers, I have no idea. All I know is he's a man after my own heart because I love it when someone takes a little shot at the hedge pissers. This guy's name keeps coming up as well. Caleb Kelly, head of the SOUL program, which is a program that helps players assimilate to college, and it gives them options after football if football doesn't work out for them, because the NFL as a league, most of the time you don't last in the NFL probably more than 2 or 3 seasons. This program helps teach these players what's after football. Caleb Kelly can actually connect with these players, and he's been connected with getting numerous recruits. They may need to put Caleb Kelly on the recruiting payroll, because from what they're saying here, Caleb Kelly's story of how he was once an aspiring NFL prospect didn't work out for him, but Oklahoma still took care of him even after football. Even after he completed his time at Oklahoma on his football scholarship and went to the NFL and it didn't work out, Oklahoma was still there backing him up like family, like genuine people do, right? And to tie this thing up, at the end of it, they give a little synopsis of what they think about Mr. Danny Okoye. They say he's an explosive rusher who wins the first step. I love that. Love that. Closing speed, violent finisher behind the line of scrimmage, and in his junior season, he had 16 tackles for loss. That's pretty big. But just wanted to come in here and give the good news on that. Once again, take a little jab at Oklahoma's rivals. Some of those people out there don't like me too much, especially those USC skittle shitters who didn't even make the top 5. I mean, he got it down to 3, but there was no USC, not even in the top 3. I like to do a little rhyme for USC every once in a while. They love it when I talk about them. We supposedly they live rent-free in our minds, but the only reason I do this to you USC fans, just let you know, is because your coach keeps making himself apparent to me. All he's got to do, shut his mouth. Don't say anything about Oklahoma. I hadn't been talking about it in a while, but then, as you know, last week he had to bring Oklahoma up. So he's made himself apparent. So I'm going to make myself apparent, and I'm going to grill him for a little while longer. Now, if he shuts his mouth, then maybe I'll forget about him like I did for the last couple of weeks. But that's all I got to say about that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, there's a heart down here. If you don't mind, you can throw a few dollars in the coffers. A little heart thanks donation button down there below the video. Also, as I said before, you can join the Outlaw Posse. It's not but $2.99 a month, 75 cents a week. You'll get your badge, and you'll get deputized, and you'll probably get a Four Horsemen shout-out as well periodically. Also, you might even be the comment of the day like Chicken 1515 was earlier today. And I'm out of here. KMCA to all the other teams. Class is now officially dismissed.